You ever just looking at Tractor House and then get a phone call to a job site you don't want to go and do? Well, that's only about half of what's going on right now. Business is booming and jobs are steady. Let's get into it. You guys really seemed to like when we did the public park and the $150,000 check that we received from doing the renovations. That money hasn't been used really yet, but to grow our operation, whether that's through equipment or space, it really has been helping out the shop. We already have some skid steer tools loaded up on the flatbed of the Ram because the local park ranger station is in dire need of some assistance. I think jurisdiction-wise it falls under the Game and Parks division, but they do not have enough people on staff to really help with the maintenance part. So the National Parks gave us a ring to see if we can come up there and help straighten things out. I'm going to take the lesson out of something I saw while going into town the other week. On the side of the road, there was a truck that flipped over, and when you took a closer look at it, you could tell that the skid steer that was on the trailer was too much weight on the back. The tongue was lifting up on the receiver, making the back end of the truck not stable, therefore throwing it in the ditch and rolling the truck over. Make sure you load your loads properly. I believe we have everything we need, but let's get on the road. Just want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in today. If you like landscaping projects and you'd love to see more, you already know to possibly head down below, smash that like button, and consider subscribing. Landscaping has done relatively above par in my opinion, and that is awesome because I love doing projects like these. Ooh, roll by. To more of the point of our story, Silver Run Forest is technically under the National Parks, and the post that we're working on is the Swamp Creek Ranger Station. It gets that name because down in the valley is where all of the different rivers meet to the outlet of this massive river to the south side of the town. And it's a beautiful place, do not get me wrong. But when you only have guys that are technically in their retiring age and you can't really pay them very much, some things just happen to get let go. Just kind of got to jiggle the lock a little bit. There we go. Oh, this is going to be fun trying to start a manual on a hill. Oh yeah, let her eat. I mean, it's not terrible, but it has certainly been a lot more organized. Let's take a look at the job site before we really start digging in depth on what we got to do. The word that we got from the Rangers, they want to clear out the area of all things that are non-essential. And they're going to call in junk places to get rid of things like the office containers, all of this garbage of crates and dumpsters and wood, boxes. I think they're keeping the fuel tank, but things like the tractor, they're keeping that. The four-wheeler, they're keeping that. I would presume they're keeping the trailer and the flatbed. Let's check inside the office, just kind of see what we're working with in here. It's got some boxes. Nice thing is that we don't have to do anything inside. They are going to do that themselves. What I want to see is the back porch lookout, because as you can tell, look at all that fog. That's why it's called Swamp Creek. See if we can find our way out there. Maybe through the garage? Yeah. Ooh. Okay, that is cool. Kind of climb down on the rocks and get a better vantage point. That is awesome. However, what is in you? Okay, a Hilux. That's not a bad option at all. What are you? Is that a dump truck? Now, I could use that to help clear out some trees. An old military truck. Hilbert's. This thing's honestly pretty clean. I might talk to them, see if we can buy this off of them. I think it'd make for a killer addition when we do any forestry projects. Just take a load of the sticks up to the dump and just dump it out. Really old Volvo front loader. Have no need for that, but that's a really cool piece of equipment. A bunch of firewood. I think I saw some timber logs. Yep. When you really boil it down, all we got to do is just kind of clean out the parking lot, reevaluate what we have to do if we need to haul in some gravel, mow up the yard, get rid of all this junk, and I think we're sitting pretty. So let's get our tools unloaded and start cleaning. I don't want to run the mower deck quite yet because I don't know what's underneath all of this junk. But if it lets me, we're just going to sit right up on top of this rock and look pretty. As for the Komatsu, it's going to have a full day of grinding tree stumps. If they let me, I really will just use that dump truck and we'll just haul all the trees to the dump. I see no real problem doing that. Just a matter if they let me or they help me. What might be safer to try and get stuff out of the way is if I can find a flat spot and just mulch around it with the mower, we could just park the trailer on it so we can get it out of the way. All right, Husqvarna, let's see what you got. Very nice, very nice. It is like a straight drop down that hillside. There is no way in heck I'm mowing that. I'll mow like a lane or two next to the roadside, but there is no way I'm going up and down that hill. I think that should probably do it. I don't think we need to clear anything else out. Just don't put it off the side of the cliff. No pressure. Nice. I feel like that 1555 might be able to sit on the Diamond C. And if that's the case, that knocks out like 3 birds with 1 stone. And we can maybe take the Toyota and hook that up to the hay wagon. Hold on, does this truck not have a hitch? What? Who in their right mind buys an F-350 and doesn't put some sort of a receiver on it? This thing should work, but we're probably gonna have to set the hay wagon down at the bottom of the hill. Oh! It's got the wrong size ball on it. It won't hook up. Well, what can we tow this thing out with? Because I don't think anything else has a trailer hitch. Maybe we can hook it up to the hay rack. At least get one thing out of here. There we go. Something's at least working. Does this thing have a hitch on it? If it does, it's got to be way high up. Yeah, that's way too high. If it had like a drop hitch receiver on it, maybe. Fire's good, though. Oh, there's even a wheelbarrow in the back of it. My last resort is the lawnmower's got a hitch. If we can't move the trailer with this thing, we might be straight out of luck. Why don't you attach to anything? I've never seen a four-wheeler with a front loader, but maybe this can help us tow it out? I'm starting to get desperate at this point. Ooh, that 3-point might be in the way. Aha! I got it! Some odd reason it acts as a drawbar hitch. Oh, I did not think about braking. Oh, no. Oh! Ooh. I'm not touching that. Nope. This is honestly a pretty nice tractor, but it sucks that it's a gas. With all the equipment, with the exception of the front loader now cleared out, let's start getting with the junk removal company and getting a lot of this excess junk out of the way so we can analyze what trees need to come down, what grass needs to be mowed, and what parking lot situations need to be resurfaced. Get rid of these ugly old fences. They're basically torn up anyway. I wish it was this easy to get rid of stuff. Get rid of the dumpsters. Get rid of that junk. Call you pull it. Barrels. Junk. More junk. I just now noticed there's like a hunting lookout tower. That's some pretty good camouflage. More junk. Don't know how that all got to the rock side, but that was there. And I think this was legitimately left there because of, yeah, a bit more stuff. Got some timber back in the woods. And I think that's about all they had other than the stuff sitting in this little area. Sweet, we are in business. Let's take a look at these trees, because I know there's a chunk of them we're gonna have to probably take down. Probably want to clean up around the radio tower a bit, maybe take this line of 3 out, and then just kind of mulch over and trim these. This whole spot back in this area needs cleaned up. Again, just probably run the mulcher over the top of it. Heck, maybe I can even use the Oliver with the mower on the back and just shred this stuff. Don't believe we need to remove the big spruces and pines. I think it's best we just grab the chainsaw and start chopping some of these down. We learned our lesson from last time. Do not cut towards the trucks. I should probably take the wheelbarrow out of the back first. That might be a good idea. Come on, little buddy. Come on out. Hey, you're not supposed to be in there. Yeah. That's a pretty nice wheelbarrow. I might see if I could buy that off of them. I just gotta buy everything off everyone, don't I? I do kind of wish I could take the back door off. That would be nice. There's one tree. See how much of that took up on the bed? Oh, that's like nothing in that. Still need to take out this one, and probably that one. Just gotta watch out for the tower. We don't want to hit that. It seems to be mostly uncovered, but that branch is just an extension of a main limb that would come off if I chopped the whole tree down, so it might just be easier to get rid of the whole thing. Oh! This one could take a while, but I think we chop every single section into its own thing. Beautiful. Chop those 2 in half. There is that. Just kind of trim this up a little bit. Lovely. With 2 trees down. Still got a ways to go, but that's a good chunk of lumber. Number 3, number 4, and number 5. Timber, maybe. Where's it going? No, 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 no. The cleanup branches are so much nicer when it comes to chopping because it looks like there's 700 branches and then you just be able to delete like half of them. Makes it a lot more manageable. This might be tight, but I think I could fit every tree in the back of this truck. This hasn't taken as long as I thought it would, but it certainly has been a lot more intricate than I anticipated. I usually like to skip a lot of the lumber work in Farm Sim, but this was something I've kind of wanted to do for a little while where I take a load of trees to the dump. So we're going to put in the man hours on this. Plus, it's a good paying job and it's for the national parks. Like, what two better things could you have going for you there? Wow, that is a full truckload. And I can't strap that down, so we're just going to have to be very, very careful. Onto the dump we go. That really does look a lot better. It's a lot more open. Yep, and as I anticipated, the brakes are non-existent, so we are just going to ride that transmission gear like there is no tomorrow. Just hope that no one is behind me. And of course there will be. Should only be on this road for about a mile. Not too concerned, I just hope something doesn't fly out the back. Probably could drop off a good chunk of this lumber over at the lumber yard. I don't know if they'd want this stuff. This is all kind of junk and scrap wood. I really think as part of their payment, I'm going to ask them if they'd sell this dump truck. Because I'd love to do a lot of jobs where I'm hauling out dirt or I'm hauling out trees. And this would be the perfect candidate for it. That's where we bought our Husqvarna last episode. This guy's got a really good mower selection. Tree pile is located in the center of the dump, meaning we are the first ones to do it. What an honor. How easy this will dump out the back, that's another story. No, hey, that's actually not working horrible. Ain't no way that all works in the first try. Gotta give it some encouragement. Maybe even a quick chop. Do not ever stand underneath something like that. That is a bad idea waiting to happen. There we go. Now just to watch the pile grow. Stump grinder is working its magic. Not having any, wood chips collect beside it does kind of suck, but it's one less thing we got to clean up. You'd be very surprised how many wood chips actually come out of a stump these sizes. Once I can confirm that all of the protruding things in the ground are out of the way, we're just gonna take the mower that's on the back of that Oliver and we're gonna rip around the property. I do not want to put my Husqvarna through that, as that is one repair bill that I would rather not have to pay. I don't know what happened to my arms, but let's just see if the Oliver has enough guts that it could clear through some of this nasty stuff. Oh yeah, like a champ. It's definitely looking better. I can definitely hear it's chewing some stuff up underneath. It's cleaning up nicely. Some of this stuff will probably just throw some extra grass seed on, see if it'll grow back in. It's not like it was a super important part. This is the part I was more scared of because of all the logs that were back there. There's probably a couple big chunks of wood that might get caught up, and I'd rather it hit underneath this deck than under mine. Oh yeah, look at all those old timbers. Just a few more spots, and I think we are not done, but at least done with that checkpoint. There we go. Man, look at how nice this place cleans up. I know we still got, in front of the place and back by the pulpit, but that stuff I can use with my zero turn, because this sure as heck is not getting back in those spots. I say we just park this off to the side for now. Probably could start retrieving all that stuff on the side of the hill. I don't know what we're gonna do about the four-wheeler. It's probably fell down the hill by now. Did it fall down the hill? Well, the ramps aren't there. How? How have you not, disintegrated on yourself yet? Please don't let me die. I don't know how I'm doing it, but we are following the brakes. I'm not even going to act like this is logical in the slightest. I'm just trying to get this thing done, and it's the only piece of equipment I got that can pull the trailer. Just going to leave that right there, and let's put this in the garage. Maybe sneak it behind the flatbed. Wow, that worked a lot cleaner than I thought it would. If any of you guys have heard of the YouTube channel Project Farms, his content is based on viewer requested content. Now, I can only do so much on the landscape series, but I do kind of like having input from you guys. This was actually an idea by a person who commented on the last video, and I really kind of took this one to heart. I really wanted to make something fun out of it. So let me know in the comments on ideas for videos that you'd like to see me try to pull off. And if it ends up tweaking me just the right way, I'll see what I can do to make the best possible thing I can. Of course, all of the overgrowth, like part of that is because this place is kind of more organic in general, being game and parks. But every now and then it's nice to give stuff a haircut. I think that about covers the main yard. Let's head down to the main roadside, which the only thing I believe is left down there is the Toyota. Whoa! Well, let's clean this up, make it just look as presentable as possible, and I think that really should do it unless we're going to do anything to the parking lot. It certainly is not going to win any awards, but I'm pretty proud of how this is turning out. Just going to sneak in that. Lastly, post you up. Probably just right here, just flip them around. I think that's about the best we're going to be able to do. Let's go check out the finished product and collect our pay. Really, compared to how we started, this really did clean up well. It's not supposed to be a beauty pageant. It's a ranger station. This is made to be out in the middle of the wildlife. And I really do want to show you guys what I was talking about on that fog down in the creek. It is such a cool looking sight, and the railroad gets a really cool perspective of it towards the morning hours. I kind of want to see what this place looks like standing off the back porch now that, you know, the trees are gone, everything's open back up. And maybe, just maybe, if these guys need an extra hand when they come out and start mowing the campgrounds or even the trails, they can give me a call. As for the little hunting lodge that we can now, you know, actually see, that's a fun looking sight. See, that's like picture quality right there. How's it look off the back porch? Just as beautiful as I thought. Man, I love nature. The shame I don't go out in it more. Don't worry, I do actually go outside once in a while. I touch grass. I like to mow grass, if you didn't know. But I'll go inside, talk to the rangers, get the payment pickup, and see if we can't work out a deal to take home that dump truck. $50,000 and a clean title later, we are heading home. These trucks book anywhere from roughly like, you know, mid-teens to lower 40s. But we agreed on $35,000 for the truck, and the remainder was paid in cash as payment for this job. I feel like we're going to be able to do a lot of great jobs with this, but we need to start making a bit more money so we can expand the shop. I want to keep the one that's in town for like my residential jobs, but for big time projects, doing tree work, carrying big loads of gravel, rock, and sand, we need to have a place to actually store a truck of this size. And you guys have seen our lot. It's not very big. So let's make our way back to the shop, and we'll finish out what we started. Oh, and to put the cherry on top, we got to keep the wheelbarrow for free. I would hate to have to go down this hill on a daily basis, especially pulling a trailer. It is just an engine brake hill, and that is it. But the Dodge handles it well, and boy, does this thing sound good. I think that's going to be all that we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in. If you'd like to follow more of the landscape content, be sure to check out the playlist in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Just remember to keep it light, keep it loose, keep it fresh, and most importantly, keep it fun. We shall see you guys all in the next one. This is the Rental Man out. Peace.